You're accustomed to seeing videos from my office where I'm backed by a large array of ducks. I started collecting these a while ago when I became more and more concerned about the proliferation of people who were basically peddling nonsense. They were peddling information that was either blatantly false or just scientifically implausible. The so-called quacks. That term, quack, is a shortened version of quacksalver, an ancient Dutch term that referred to people who were selling salves or ointments with supposed health benefits. Of course, they didn't have any. Ducks make a quacking sound, and somewhat incongruously, they got associated with quackery. Well, with COVID-19 turning the world upside down, quackery has proliferated. Now, a lot of it, of course, is in the health area, although not necessarily. I mean, certainly suggestion that cancer can be cured with coffee enemas is quackery. People who say that they can run a car with a gizmo using only water, that's quackery as well. But that is nothing in comparison to the quackery that we're seeing in conjunction with COVID-19. There are people who suggest that somehow it is caused by 5G towers, or that the vaccine infiltrates our DNA, making us into genetic mutants, or that the vaccine makes us infertile, or it magnetizes our body, or actually spreads disease. This is all unsubstantiated nonsense, but it substantiates the fact that we can refer to people who spread such nonsense as quacks. Dr. Stephen Halsey is a rabid anti-vax physician, practices in Texas. He claims that the vaccine has caused thousands of cases of anaphylactic shock. No, that is not true. He also says that the vaccines were developed from aborted fetuses in the 1970s. That is also blatantly false. His slogan for the vaccine is, "Just say no," purloined from Nancy Reagan's campaign against drugs way back in the 1980s. Well, let me pilfer that statement too. For those people who want to buy into the misinformation that is being spread by these self-appointed sages, I would say, just say no. But when it comes to collecting quacks, I say yes, because I see them as representing the proliferation of nonsense that is out there, and they constantly remind me of the need to replace pseudoscience by sound science. And that is exactly what we do through our office at McGill, the Office for Science and Society, a uniquely Canadian enterprise. And that ties in with this duck that I found right here. Where are we? We are in a duck emporium. My heaven. We're in the Le Petit Duck Shop in Old Montreal. And the only question is, what choices do I make? So remember, quackery is something to be subdued. But collecting ducks to remind us that we are surrounded by quacks, that is good.